Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today I am going to do an Animation 2020 box office. Now, if you remember, I did one of these last year. I'm gonna do another one of these this year. I waited a little while because there's nothing, the first animated movie isn't until March. So I decided I'd give Frozen 2 and Spies in Disguise time to, clear up more money, so I can get a good idea of what their final total's gonna be. So overall, this was a terrible year for animation box office, with disappointing sequels and only 5 of these movies being profitable, and even still, one of them was a disappointment. So so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk about how many people were in my theater, my predictions, and what actually happened. Now, Frozen 2. The first Frozen did $400.7 million domestically and led a worldwide total of $1.2 billion. It was the highest animated movie until conveniently the sequel. And no, I'm not counting the stupid Lion King remake. I hate you, Disney, so much. So I predicted in the range of 130 to 150, and I was right. It opened with 130.3 million, legged a domestic total of, currently, because this is still in theaters, 472.3 million, and a worldwide total of 1.4 billion. This is great, especially because the budget is 170 million. It is still in theaters as we speak, so I think it'll cross, maybe 177 is what I can see doing it domestically. So yeah, great for Frozen 2. If it's still playing near you, I definitely recommend catching it. So yeah, Toy Story 4. Now, Frozen 2, by the way, it wasn't completely sold out, but it was well over halfway full. I'd say 80% of it was full for me. Toy Story 4. Now, this was near sold out. A lot of people were skeptical on this, including me. I thought it would do, 115 to 135, and I was decent. I wasn't too far off. It did, people said this was a disappointment when really it isn't. I think it's because a lot of people were expecting, 195 million, I think. But this did great. On a budget of 200 million, it opened with 120.9 million, legged a domestic total of 434 million, and a worldwide total of 1.0 billion and 71 million. Considering how most sequels did, this is great. And it had fantastic legs even when The Lion King came out. So, yeah, great for Toy Story 4. Definitely check it out. It's a great, fantastic movie. Next, How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. It's just Hidden World, but whatever. I predicted, around a 46 to 52 million opening for this. I was close. The first two, if you're curious, the first one did 217 million domestically, and worldwide 491. The second one did 177 million domestically and over 621. This didn't do quite as well as either of them domestically or the second one worldwide, but worldwide it did outgross the first one. It opened with 55 million on a budget of around 129 million. Legged a domestic total of 160.7 million and a worldwide total of 521.7 million. Again, considering how DreamWorks had a terrible decade, it's nice to see at least this did well. So yeah, now we get to the disappointments. Now this one is still profitable, 100%, but compared to the first one, oof. Secret Life of Pets 2. Now, I was way off with this. I predicted, around an 86 to 94 million opening and a billion worldwide. Oof. the first one was kind of a lightning in a bottle, but I still thought this would do near as well because Illumination has had a streak with sequels, but oof. The budget was still $80 million. It is perfectly fine. It did $46.6 million opening weekend, legged a domestic total of $158.4 million, and a worldwide total of $433.2 million. Now, again, compared to the first one, which did $368 million domestically and $875.4 million worldwide, this is still a solid number, but just compared to that first one, it's just a downgrade, and I don't expect us to get a third one. Now, for the big surprise of the bunch, The Addams Family. Now, I predicted in the range of 12 to 17 million. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, I keep on How to Train Your Dragon was near sold out. Pets 2 I saw twice. First time sold out, second time halfway full. Addams Family had about 3 families and this other couple in the theater. I was way off with this. I predicted 12 to 17 million. This actually did great with an opening of 30.3 million, like a domestic total of 97.1 million, and a worldwide total of 200.3 million. On a budget of around 24 to 40 million, this is definitely a great number, and they even have a sequel coming out in 2021. I hope it can improve upon the mediocreness of the first one, but there's room for improvement. But, again, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Bomb Time! The Lego Movie 2, the second part. Now, I predicted in the range for 51 to 57 million. The theater for this was sold out when I saw it, believe it or not, but oh god, this was the breaking point of the Lego franchise. If you don't know, the first one made, 262 million domestically and 469 million worldwide. Lego Batman didn't do nearly as well, but still did solid with 175 million domestically and 311 million worldwide. Ninjago bombed with 59 million domestically and worldwide, I think it did 123.6. This didn't do as bad as Ninjago, but ooh, what a disappointment. On a budget of 99 million, it did only 34.1 million opening. Like a domestic total of 105.8 million, which you would say was okay at the 4 if it wasn't for the fact that these Lego movies do better in America, which means this didn't even crack 200 million worldwide, doing only 191.3 million. Such a shame, because this was such a fun movie. If you have Hulu, definitely check it out. But, oof, the Lego franchise is unfortunately dead at this point. At least with Warner Brothers. Next up we have Abominable. Another bomb. Well, this one might have barely broken even, but I predicted like 19 million, I think, for this, and I wasn't too far off. It did 20.6 million, legged a domestic total of 60.4 million, so it didn't have good legs at all. And worldwide, it did 189.7 million on a budget of 75 million. This isn't great. It might have barely broken even, but I don't think so. It just didn't. Maybe it's because it came out too close to The Addams Family, which had a Halloween theme going for it. But, this one just didn't take off. Which is a shame, because it's a really sweet little movie. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. Next, Spies in Disguise. Now, this one is still in theaters at the time so this could change, but I doubt it. I predicted, like, a 30 million for the 5-day. Oof, I was off. It opened with, for the 3-day, 13.3 million. 5-day was, like, 22 million. And the domestic total is currently 630... Sorry for messing up so much. 63.5 million on a budget of 100 million, and the worldwide isn't helping it with only 157.7 million. I'm worried for Blue Sky. This isn't good at all. It's such a shame. If this is still playing near you, again, try to catch it. It's a really fun movie. And when I saw it, it was unlike Abominable, which I was the only one in the theater for. This was pretty packed. This was decently packed. A little more than halfway full. But yeah, I'm worried for Blue Sky, considering this is losing so much money right now. Let's hope for the best. Next up, sequels that bomb, The Angry Birds Movie 2. Now, the first one did 107 million domestically and a worldwide total of 352. This, I predicted, for the 6th day, it had, 20 million. Couldn't even get to that. For the 3-day, it did 10.3 million on a budget of 5 million, which is 8 million less than the first one's 73 million. And for the 6th day, it didn't do great either. 16 million for the 6th day. I was nearly the only one in the theater for this. It lagged a terrible domestic total of 41.6 million, and the worldwide total was only 150.5 million. Shame, because this was so much fun, and the director clearly has a lot of passion for animation. But I hope he can do better things, box office-wise at least, because Angry Birds 2 was a really fun movie. Next up, Wonder Park. Now, I was the only one in the theater for this. I thought this would only do 11 million, because I thought it would do slightly better than Sherlock Gnomes. If you don't know, Sherlock Gnomes was another Paramount animated movie that was released in March. Did 10.6 million opening weekend, and 90 worldwide. This Open did 5 million better than that, did 15.8 million, but the legs were terrible, only doing 2 million better than Sherlock Gnomes domestically with 45.2 million, and the worldwide numbers, while 119.5 million would be great if the budget wasn't 100 million, which I do feel sorry, but the production trouble this had and the extremely high budget, this was designed to flop. Now we get to the bad bombs. Ugly Dolls. Now, I predicted this to actually do decent opening weekend, a 12 million. I thought the legs would be terrible, but I still thought it would do okay, considering there weren't many kids' movies until the next week. But no, on a budget of around 45 to 53 million opening to budget, there was 2 other families in the theater for this. The opening was 8.6 million, which is terrible. Lagged a terrible domestic total of 20.1 million, and the worldwide total was 32.4 million. That's not even the budget, which I do sort of feel sorry for, because I actually thought this was a decent movie. And this and Wonder Park are supposed to get TV shows. Those TV shows aren't going to last more than one season. Missing Link. Ooh, what a disaster. I'm so worried for Laika as well. I predicted 8 million opening weekend. I thought I saw this one twice in theaters. First time there was 3 families and this other guy, and the second time there was 5 families. But oof, this is the second worst opening for an animated movie in over 3,000 theaters, doing 5.9 million on a budget of around 100 million, so Laika's taking a major loss, because the domestic total was only 16.6 million, and worldwide only 26.2 million. That's lower than Norm of the North. What is wrong with you people? It's on Hulu, so this is another one I recommend you check out. But oof, I'm so worried for Laika. But if you think Ugly Dolls and Missing Link did bad, if you thought Wonder Park did bad, Playmobil. Now, I predicted like a 1 million opening. This couldn't even get to that. This did 666 grand opening weekend. Couldn't even crack 1 million. Again, only one in the theater. Just oof. Legged a domestic total of 1.1 million. The only reason this isn't the lowest grossing was because the worldwide gave it 15.8 million. But still, on a 75 budget, that is terrible. But Arctic Dogs, this is the last time I'll ever have to talk about this trash movie. Somehow the budget was 50 million. I don't know how. The animation looks like vomit. It did 2.9 million opening. I was spot on with my predictions. 5.8 million worldwide, and worldwide only 9. Couldn't even crack 10. Which I'm not sorry for at all, because I hate this movie so much. But yeah, brief predictions for this year's box office. Now, Onward, I think we'll do in the 60 to 70 million range. Trolls 2, I think we'll do in the 28 to 33 million range. Scoob and SpongeBob both in the 30 to 40 million range. Soul 70 to 80. Minions 2 50 to 60. I think Bob's Burgers 13 to 19, I think, is a fair number. Mitchell's vs. Machines will do like 20. Raya will do like 50, and Croods is gonna do like 13. So yeah, thanks for watching this animation box office report card. Let's hope this year's better than this disastrous last year. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time. Bye.